All right, just a quick breakthrough that we wanted to share with you. We got we get all kinds of great emails and comments through Facebook and Twitter and blogs and the forums on the Academy and stuff. But here's one that stuck out to us this week. This came from Tom from Chicago, who sent us a photo of his Internet Business Mastery Mastermind group that he helps organize. And he had the following to say. He said, there are currently 9 members. Only 6 were at our last meeting. If a member missed 4 meetings, we remove them from the group. We removed 3 people last year. We only want serious people that participate. All the members are from Internet Business Mastery Academy. We are pretty much all at the same stage in development of our products and websites. 3 members are beginning to make money now. We hold monthly meetings in a conference room with internet and projector at a public library. We stay in touch and support each other using Google Groups. Our Google Group has a Rolodex for websites, books, marketing swipe file, and an area for storing ebooks, articles, members, contact stuff, and my favorite, a monthly worksheet. A monthly worksheet must be filled out before coming to each meeting. The meetings are 2 hours. We critique 2 members' websites the first hour. The second hour, we go over everything in the worksheet for each member. Thank you, Sterling and Jay, for turning me on to mastermind groups. Oh, sorry, he said thank you, Sterling. I threw my name in there just because I wanted to be thanked too. Thank you, Sterling, for turning me on to... I'm just so used to saying our names together. We're one entity, one being, right? We're the same.
Exactly.
Thank you for turning me on to mastermind groups. Without this group, I would be stuck in the planning stage for a long time. Tom. And I just want to point out, we're going to be interviewing Tom for an upcoming episode. He's going to talk about some of the success he's had with his business, as well as more about this mastermind group, because clearly he's made it work for himself. But there's just a lot of really great tidbits. I listened to that email again right there, because if you're trying to start a mastermind group, because he just gave a great framework, and the Google group idea is an awesome one. The worksheet idea, the rules for letting people in or kicking them out. I mean, that's great. And I'm just super excited to hear that there's this nice enclave of Academy members masterminding together in Chicago. And so please keep us informed about the continued success that you have.
And Tom, you're welcome from me, Sterling and Jay. And one more note that he did, I know that at one point I talked about how when I was in Salt Lake, I had a little mastermind group that we actually met at a public library. That's a really good place to be able to go, and it's free. I mean, we would just, I think I was actually the one that was booking the room, and it's like they give you a week in advance to actually book the time, and I would just call it, once or twice a month whenever we'd meet, call them and book the room for the specific 2-hour time. We did 2 hours as well. So that's just yet another tip for people that want to do that. And I just love hearing that people in the Academy really do what we wanted it to do. The mastermind community was to do this, and they've got 9 members. That is amazing.
It's time for the Internet Business Quick Tip.
So, Sterling, I think we should stop using Google Docs.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Especially
You're supposed to
after...
go, what?
No,
we've been using it for 3 years. What are you talking about?
Especially last night as I finished this massive, it's taken me months and months to do this, procedure list for how to put up the show notes correctly and how to do all this stuff involved with pictures and everything we got on there. I thought, what if something happened to this? Like, I was like, if this went away, and think of all the procedure lists we have as Google Docs, I was just going, if all of that suddenly disappeared for any particular reason, what the heck would we do?
Yeah, it would be painful. And, it's easy to go, oh, well, it's Google, and, they've got huge computers and backups, and they'll never have, and if anything ever happened, then they'd have a PR nightmare on their hands, and people would stop. But, I was actually just talking to a mutual friend of ours, Jeremiah, when we were in Salt Lake, and he was going, oh, I hate Google Docs. I'm like, why? And he said, well, one day, all of a sudden, all my permissions just switched. So certain VAs had access to different VAs' docs, and I didn't have access to the docs I was supposed to have access to, and I was like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. And similarly, recently I had to let a virtual assistant go. I mean, she was fabulous, but just because of consolidating my business with IBM, we didn't need it. I didn't need her anymore. And so, but there's lots and lots and lots of documents that she had created and was the owner of inside of Google. And I found a program to go in there and pull them all down to my computer to make sure I had them. But yeah, there's just those questions of, what if these things happen? And so it became clear to me. I was just like, you know what, this is not as critical as this information is that we keep in Google Docs. We need to stop that. And the epiphany came to me because I've been using a program called Dropbox with my wife. We shared, just some different spreadsheets and things that we want to both have the latest thing access to, stuff that we budget and financial plans and goals and different things that we keep in there. And I was just like, well, why don't we just start using that for, we'll just have Word docs and Excel spreadsheets and PowerPoints and whatever we want. And we can just share Dropbox allows you to create bunches of different folders, kind of like you'd have tags on Google Docs, and share only certain folders with one VA and another folder with another VA. And then, of course, we could have access to all the Internet Business Mastery stuff. And then I can have the separate stuff for my wife and I. And that way, it's always automatically backed up and synced on everyone's computers. And if any one of us, our computer fries, somebody else is going to have it. In fact, it's still all on their Dropbox server. So if you want to access it from anywhere, you still can do that. And, so it just seems a lot smarter to go about it that way. Now, somebody might be listening and completely disagree with that, but that's the approach that we decided to take, which just seems a lot more prudent. And it turns out that for the basic level, Dropbox is free anyway for an amount of data that I don't think it'll be a while till we surpass that. And even if it was a nominal charge, it would be worth paying, honestly. But so there's our recommendation is to be careful about what you store on Google Docs and to consider something like Dropbox.com as an alternative to that.
Now, if you'd like dozens of other resources such as this one, you can find them in the Internet Business Mastery Academy, along with video tutorials showing you exactly how we use them. To get a 30-day no-risk trial membership to the Internet Business Mastery Academy, visit freeaudiogift.com. That's it for this episode of Internet Business Mastery. Until next time, we wish you ultimate success in your internet business.
You've been listening to the iconoclasts of the 9 to 5 and the purveyors of freedom and fulfillment, Sterling and Jay. Sterling and Jay invite you to discover one of their most popular audio programs ever. The 3 pillars of designing your ultimate internet lifestyle. Visit freeaudiogift.com now and sign up for the free weekly Internet Business Mastery email newsletter. And you'll get instant access to this life-changing audio presentation, pulled directly from the content of the acclaimed Internet Business Mastery Academy membership community. Go now to freeaudiogift.com. Internet Business Mastery. Free your mind.